Hello traders, you are welcome back to the Forex Geek channel. If you are tired of getting chopped up in sideways markets, the LuxAlgo range sentiment profile indicator trading strategy could actually be a game changer for you. All right. Now, in this video, we're just going to be diving deep into how this tool helps you identify, trade, and manage range-bound setups like a pro. Okay, so now let us just add the range sentiment profile. Right, this is it, the range sentiment profile by LuxAlgo. Let's add this indicator to the chart right now. Okay. So this strategy is all about recognizing where the market is consolidating and using LuxAlgo's range sentiment profile to identify high probability reversal and breakout zones. All right, the indicator maps dynamic support and resistance zones using volume clusters and sentiment readings. All right, giving you a real-time pulse of where traders are positioned. It works exceptionally well in markets where price moves within a box. That is consolidation, right? Bouncing and faking out, all of that. But instead of chasing breakouts, this tool helps you fade the extremes and ride the rhythm of the range with structure. Now, of course, you should start by loading the LuxAlgo range sentiment profile on your preferred chart. You will immediately see the shaded areas on your chart indicating dominant range zones, right? So you can see that on the 4-hour chart, we actually have a domination of the bulls. You can see there is a bullish domination on the 4-hour chart. And then on the 30-minute chart, I went to the 30-minute chart right now, and then you can see that there is a domination of the bears, right? So there is bearish domination on the 30-minute chart. There is bearish domination on the 1-hour chart, and there is bullish domination on the 4-hour chart. So depending on the time frame that you are trading on, you can trade in the direction of the trend on that time frame. Of course, you should also consider the overall sentiment on the higher time frames. You can actually start your analysis from the daily, and then you can go down to smaller time frames. All right, what we call multi-time frame analysis. All right, top-down analysis. Now, instead of chasing breakouts, right, you can take advantage of this tool to actually ride the rhythm of the range with structure. You start by loading this indicator to your preferred chart, and then you take advantage of these zones highlighted on the chart. These are created based on repeated price interaction, volume imbalances, and sentiment flips. Okay, now you can also decide to overlay a simple 50 EMA. Right, you can actually decide to overlay, let's just overlay a 50 period exponential moving average to the chart. All right, 50 period exponential moving average to the chart. Now, once you have done this, this is going to be a trend filter for you, okay, if you want to avoid ranging against strong trends, right? But in a flat or consolidating market, this indicator becomes your best friend. Now let us find, okay, now we can see we have a quite a period of consolidation around here, although it's kind of a wide consolidation. I'm looking for a more narrow consolidation. If we have a very good example like that, like us to look at such. Okay, let's just work with this, although this is not exactly the best form of consolidation I'm looking for, because the indicator actually works with current price action. You can see that the indicator does not show historical signals, right? It just works with, it just appears only on the recent price activity, right? So we just have to work with what we have. Okay, so basically you're going to be using the 50 EMA as a trend filter. All right, and then in a ranging market, you pay very close attention to what the range sentiment profile is saying. Okay, the entry rules are simple. You wait for price to reach the edge of the range zone. For example, price getting to this particular edge, you watch the sentiment shift. If the sentiment flips from bearish to bullish or vice versa near a key level, that is your entry cue. Okay, so you combine this with price action confirmations like pin bars, inside bars, or engulfing candles to strengthen the setup. For exits, you can use the opposite side of the range or the midpoint as your target. All right, trailing stops behind sentiment shifts or zone breaks also adds extra protection. Okay, avoid entries in the middle, right? Entries in the middle of the range unless you have strong confluence. All right, stay patient, let the price come to you. Let the price come to you. Okay, be structured, be disciplined. All right, be disciplined. Do not just rush into a trade based on impulse. All right, allow the market come to you. Once your checklist have been met, you can proceed to executing the trade. Now, not every range is tradable. Okay, skip messy zones with overlapping clusters and inconsistent sentiment. Ideal setups form clean, well-respected zones with obvious sentiment changes at the boundaries. All right, at the boundaries. Now, use higher time frames to spot major range structures, and then you can drop down to lower time frames for precision entries. All right, you drop down for precision entries. Okay, so we can see that within this 4 hour, you can see that there was a signal around here. You can see this sell line, this bearish line, indicating an important zone for sell, and you can see it was respected here, it was respected here. Although because this is an overall bullish trend, if you are taking the short setups, you should also exit on time. All right, so that the reversal do not just stop you out. Okay, so you have to pay attention to when a signal is coming for the opposite direction of the trend. All right, so basically this strategy can be used across forex pairs, crypto charts, and even commodities during consolidation phases. That's the LuxAlgo range sentiment profile indicator trading strategy. It's built for clarity, precision, and adaptability in ranging markets. If you want more strategies like this, hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe for more deep dive trading content. Stay focused, stay smart, and trade the range with structure.